12 billion rands. That is the staggering amount of money flowing through South Africa's vaping industry every single year. While traditional cigarette giants were fighting court battles, a new player was quietly moving into the neighborhood. They didn't come from a boardroom in London. They came from a kitchen in Malaysia. Their name? Nasty. In just 2 years, this company did the unthinkable, reporting a 400% growth in a market where they didn't even exist a few years prior. This is the story of how a former burger flipper from a small town took over South Africa. Before he was the vape king, the man behind the empire was Sharifuddin Bujang, known to the world as Pak Din. Pak Din wasn't a tech genius or a medical researcher. He was a hustler. He spent his days in Malaysia flipping patties as the owner of 8 burger franchises. But in 2015, Pak Din grew agitated. Burgers were never going to make him a billionaire. He realized that success isn't about what people need. It's about what tastes good and looks exciting. He traded the grease for glycerin, sold his burger shops, and put everything on the line to start mixing his own liquids. The gamble didn't just pay off, it changed his entire reality. As Nasty Juice exploded globally, the man who once worried about the daily price of beef was suddenly navigating a world of extreme luxury. Pak Din began appearing in headlines not just for his business, but for his collection of elite supercars. From humble delivery bikes to roaring Italian engines, the transformation was complete. The burger man was now a tycoon, and his high-performance lifestyle became the ultimate signal to the world. Nasty wasn't just a brand. It was a gold mine. By 2023, Pak Din looked at South Africa and saw a perfect storm. A country with a massive young population and a regulatory system that was effectively asleep at the wheel. To conquer this new frontier, he didn't hire traditional salesmen. He hired a shadow army of influencers. They flooded social media with high-energy, colorful clips. They didn't just buy ads, they bought cool. By parading vapes as fashion accessories, Nasty didn't look like a vape company. It looked like the cool, new thing. It started with a few posts, then a flood. Influencers across every major platform began saturating the feed, turning the Nasty brand into a digital virus. Soon, it wasn't just a product, it was a social requirement.
What have I done with my money? My whole money is finished.
Every teenager in South Africa felt like they needed a colorful stick in their pocket just to belong. And with the marketing reaching a fever pitch, paired with the fact that you could find them in almost any local shop, it became the norm to see a teenager puffing a vape. The spark was lit, the access was easy, and Nasty's sales didn't just grow, they exploded. But in June 2023, the South African government tried to fight back. A sin tax of 2.90 rands per milliliter was introduced to completely kill the industry. Most companies panicked. Nasty? They doubled down. They launched the monsters, devices like the Nasty Surge, packed with a staggering 55,000 puffs. By making the devices massive, they slashed the per-puff cost, effectively neutralizing the tax. While the government thought they were making vapes expensive, Nasty was just making them more efficient for the addicted. Today, Pak Din's company is a juggernaut. He proved that a burger flipper could outsmart global tobacco giants and build a life of supercars and international influence. But as a new generation of South Africans wakes up reaching for a colorful plastic stick, you have to wonder, did he solve an old problem? Or did he just brand a new one?